serious work, but now Monkey Spinner will have that weapon of dominance in their hands, and they're going to pair it side by side with this Life Stealer. So I'm liking it already, and the Respect Band as well. In return, taking out the Lycanthrope.
Yeah, I think after the last game, they've had their fair share of Lycan, but BirdGang have already picked up, you know, they seem to really value this Nyx Assassin. And I have to say, with how well it worked out for them last game, I don't blame them. It was really a great pick. He didn't really die in lane. He had a very measurable impact on the game through all parts of it, was able to get a decent timing on his Blink Dagger, control the team fights, could have some really nice initiations. It just worked really well for them.
You know, he definitely did what he had to do. I mean, Nyx Assassin, one of those heroes that can take a licking and keep on kicking. Just hang right there in the off lane, and with the help of the Carapace, able to hold strong. Might be able to even sneak in a few CS, you know, rather easily. And yeah, definitely did his prominent part. So the quick grab him for himself, and then grab the Bane, one of the arch nemesis to the Life Stealer. That secure lockdown going through the Rage, going through BKB just works so nicely. And BirdGang are known to pick up their Mirana there. So if Monkey Spinner don't ban it right here, I would not be surprised if they pick up the ever-angelic Mirana on their side.
I would not be surprised one bit. I do want to restart our Skype call real quick. You're becoming a robot, so we'll restart and we'll just continue from there.
My apologies.
But it's a Doom. The Doom is the ban, and they picked up the Clockwork. Is this going to be the Mirana? I mean, I think it would fit well. I would not be surprised one bit. They do have to deal with the Life Stealer, I suppose, but, you know, Mirana Bane just so volatile in lane. You can just instantly kill people.
Yes, Gregory, I hope I am not sounding like a robot.
Call guy died, guys.
Oh, man, no.
He's dead. Oh, he's not dead?
Can you hear me right now? Oh, can you hear me right now? Hello.
There we go. Now I can.
Sorry,
yes.
That problem was due to me being a complete idiot and just auto-muting myself, as I did previously have it on push to talk, and now I was just pushed to mute. And, anyways, we're past that now, and we were talking about Mirana. It seems like a clear case of the third pick Mirana here. BirdGang want to grab it for themselves, and Monkey Spinner grabbing the for themselves. So a heavy initiator and strong offlaner in his own right. Yeah, there it is, Greg. Beautiful.
There it is, yeah. Not a big surprise at all. I mean, I think this does go very well with their playstyle. BirdGang seems to like the aggressive play. So, I mean, Mirana Bane goes well with that. Gonna couple up with the Nyx Assassin as well. You know, get the Vendetta, Impale, Arrow to follow it up. And there's just a lot of great potential here for this Mirana. I think this is probably going to be a core Mirana, just because of the way BirdGang has been playing. It's possible that it's a support, but do you know who normally plays that?
You know what? I'm so nervous you're going to put me on the spot with that one. I actually don't. I'm happy to look it up, though. So if you give me a moment, I'm happy to find out. But they are currently 3 and 4 with Mirana. I can tell you that much.
Alright, well, we'll find out shortly. A fourth pick here for Monkey Spinner. I think they might start... I think maybe this will be their other support. They probably don't want to give away their mid this early, although some very targeted bans here from BirdGang in the second phase, banning out a couple mid heroes, so limiting the options as much as possible. I like the Doom ban as well. I mean, I think that's just a very bulky hero. I guess it is pretty easy for the Life Stealer to kill, but Clockwork usually has a pretty rough time, so it's sort of an interesting one. I guess they've probably had some bad experiences in the past. But the fourth pick here for Monkey Spinner, what is it gonna be? Something that goes well with Ancient Apparition, maybe some sort of stunning support. That would be my my initial thought.
Well, Greg, I tried to find it, but I couldn't quite pin it. I'm like spastically clicking through all the matches trying to find. I couldn't even find Mirana, so it's definitely someone they haven't picked up recently. Okay, so if they can get it done, though, I mean, especially for BirdGang. If it was just like, oh, it's a core Mirana, so it's going to be Febby, you know. But we saw last game, Febby played Rubik, and then they kind of ran with the Lycanthrope, who was typically their mid player, MP, and then even Jayu, who was their mid, has played the strong support in the past. So you can never really predict where BirdGang are going to throw who's playing what. So I could just look it up and find who will be playing the Mirana, but that could very well change in this particular matchup.
Yeah, especially with the way that they've been rotating around their roles, just like you were talking about. And Viper, the pickup here from Monkey Spinner, kind of an interesting one. I mean, I have to imagine this is also partly just to take that hero away from BirdGang, because Life Stealer does generally not fare too well against the Viper. Obviously, the Viper strike goes right through that Rage, so makes it a bit annoying. But fourth pick here for BirdGang. I think maybe they want to just start picking up a core, pick up their mid laners. I mean, they know what they're going to be going up against in this Viper. So, wow, they picked the OD into the Viper.
I was going to throw it out there. I'm like, this is a matchup in the mid lane we've seen frequently, but that's only because a lot of teams pick up the OD first and most like to pick up the Viper as the counter. But now we're a bit of a change here. OD in himself hasn't really made an appearance in the meta as of late. A lot of people experimenting with new types of mid laners and new pickups, and this is a bit of an old favorite, a bit of a El Clasico, if you will, in its own right. The Outworld Devourer in the mid lane going against the Viper. Bit of a risky call, Greg. We'll see how it goes.
I feel like this is BirdGang, like walking into the street and just like pulling out a shotgun and just start shooting it in the air. Like, I feel like they're very confident with this pick, picking that into a Viper. I mean, that's like you pick up the Viper to deal with that, just like you were saying. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll lane it differently. Maybe they'll like dual lane middle with the Viper and easy lane the OD or something like that. But definitely.
Speaking of walking in the street and shooting about, Greg, did someone shoot last game? We heard that bang go off, and I think someone shot a gun when your last...
it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I don't live in the best part of
casting
Boston.
Right in the firefight. The dedication's unreal from this man.
Yeah, you know, all I ask is that you hear that, and then I stop talking, call the police or something, and it shouldn't be an issue, but...
Don't worry, I will take over the reins of the cast. In the meantime, we got to make sure this Korean Dota gets put out there. That's first and foremost, Greg, and then I will happily Skype you and see if you're still alive.
So the 5th band goes through here. We've got the Morphling band out as well as the Crystal Maiden. The Waterman, it looks like they think that this is going to be a support Mirana. I would think that BirdGang's not going to pick another farmer. I mean, maybe they'll just prove me completely wrong here, but, you know, they have the Mirana, they have the OD. Well, that's a Faceless Void. I don't even know what to say.
Oh, I know what to say. That's okay. But he does serious work if given the potential to farm, and well, we can see how it can work out in their favor. I guess he could fare very, very nicely against the Nyx assassin with the help of that backtrack. Typically a hero who can get the butterfly, who can be just very elusive in his own right with the help of the time walk, and of course, if he times out a proper chronosphere, he will be able to lock him down and just get rid of that Nyx assassin. Really, no, sorry, that's just the lifestealer rather, very, very quickly. So I actually like the Faceless pickup. I think I wouldn't mind seeing more of it.
Yeah, definitely an interesting hero, but we'll see. Let's go through the teams. BirdGang, Sky going to be on the bane. Febby sporting a very stylish Mirana mount here. Kind of interesting one. Haven't seen this one too much. I think it's a new one, but they're gonna be trying to pick off some kills here, defending MP on the Faceless Void. In the mid lane, JYU picking up that OD, and all the way in the bottom lane, Tenbird again going to be taking up the Nyx assassin.
Alright, and for your Monkey Spanner side, they're coming off that recent loss. Their tournament life is on the lines, and your off lane is going to be 2D. Once again, he's going to be playing Clockwork. And currently, he's temporarily being joined by Karn, playing your Lifestealer carry. Right beside him is 4AA5 on one of my personal favorites, the Disruptor. Also coming up to the top, Ancient Apparition making the rotation all the way up the park, and finally holding strong in your mid lane it is Nace on your Viper.
Yeah, I wonder how these lanes are going to settle. They seem to be pretty unsure themselves, and Febby has found himself a double damage rune. We'll see if they're able to take advantage of that. Already eating a couple of right clicks here from 4885, does pick that up, eats Tango, going to turn back around and just put on the aggression. It looks like it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane, and this is a pretty powerful one. Look, that arrow is not quite, not quite. Just a bit off.
Robin Hood, you are not, my lady. Pulls right back and will not catch it. She could have thrown the arrow out earlier if she, I guess she didn't want to commit to leveling up the skill if she, didn't quite have it. But if she did level up early, the alleyway was thin enough, she could have got it, but didn't want to go for it. Instead, now just kind of farting around here in the mid lane, harassing out the Viper with the help of the DD.
And doing a good job. I mean, that's no joke. Nace has to be very careful here. If he eats an arrow in the open, this is a good chance he might just die. So he does have to play a bit back, and now Febby is going to leave. I think he's going to direct his attention back to... Oh, okay. Well, he's just going for it. Arrow going to sail through. No, just off the mark. 0 for 2.
0 for 2, Greg. 0 for 2 on the arrows. Yeah, we'll try to keep on that one. Not to add insult to Febby in the meantime, but a bit of a tip here in the top lane as they try to contest the pull here. Uh-oh, gets caught out with the sleep arrow to fly. In the meantime... It's the first blood. The arrow misses again. 0 for 3 there, Febby. She does pull back.
I mean, they did a nice job juggling the Nightmare there, so that was something that you don't see very often. But juggle the Nightmare, able to miss the arrow, and down in the bottom lane, it is the Clockwork, able to grab first blood on 10 Bird.
May I do favor in this one-on-one match with the Clockwork? Definitely so. So I guess he just managed to catch him out with a nicely placed cog and level 2 battery assault, and that was more than enough to rip apart the Nyx.
Yeah, well, in the mid lane, how's this working out? OD seems to be faring fairly well here. I think maybe I think JYU appears to be the superior mid laner here, as he crushed the first game and is doing very well in this one as well. So we'll see how this develops here. Nace just continuing to put out the harass on the OD, playing this lane pretty well. He's going 1-1-1. This is a pretty normal build. I'll be interested to see if he goes for the Nether Toxin now or the Poison Orb. The Park's here as well. Let's see if they can get some action. Febby, you're gonna
Really strong. That
be 0 for 4. 0 for 4 if you miss the next arrow, Febby.
Home strong.
That's unfortunate.
No. Didn't want to wait and make it happen. Viper not going to be able to commit to it, and Mirana now makes a long rotation potentially all the way to the bottom as Ancient Apparition scoots himself all the way back up to the top. So we were expecting this OD to...
Tootie and 10 Bird, they're battling through again. Bottle is here, Spike Carapace, Impale gonna go through, but he needs to leave. He's gonna go home, but Febby's here. Nope, nope, you are 0 for 4, sir. Maybe pick another hero next time. That's just,
come on, buddy.
This is not working out for him.
Making it, but I said it'd been a while, Greg, and it must have been a little too long last time they played the Mirana. No disrespect to Febby, just, you know, like we said, it could also be the nerves. You know, you are in the brightest of the land here in Korea, I'm sure, so gotta kind of shake it off a bit right here, and you'll be able to get on the mark hopefully soon.
Yeah, this is just not working too well for him, and this is the problem with the roaming Mirana. I mean, maybe it's possible he should have just stayed in lane and tried to get kills against this tri-lane, but you know, 0 for 4 in your Mirana, not really the place where you want to be at.
No, certainly not here. And as the battle wages on the bottom lane, both of them contending to get that level 6 and their heavy initiate tool online. I would have to favor the Clockwork to try to get a team fight rolling, but he might be the one to kind of hang tough in the lane a little bit longer. Definitely getting that 4th point in the battery assault and a few extra points potentially in the cogs or the rocket could definitely favor for the better. So we'll see if the Nyx Assassin will be the one to venture out as soon as he pops that 6.
I think he will be, generally in a 1v1.
Top lane, sorry to interrupt you, Greg. The Park getting a lot of damage, he's cut out. Faceless Boy, nice jump in, takes him down. Thunderstrike though in the return. Arrow, Phil, god dang it, loses the Febby, leaps across in the front trying to catch him out, but Mike, nice! Blocking time though, chilling touch to fly, but it will not matter. Lifestealer trades himself over, and now Febby on the retreat out. Oh, one more auto attack would have done it, but they can't quite get it. And now, Faceless wants more blood, going for the Disruptor. Nice! Popping the magic wand, the wall to fly will catch him temporary. The tower, right clicks him. No, for the love of God, the cold feet catches him through the Park. Gets it in, so a bit of a slop fest at the top lane, but in the end, they trade evenly. And now we get 2-2 on the scoreboard.
And you know, I don't like to be biased, but I think this might be karma coming back to fight Febby here. I cannot believe he missed that arrow. Oh my god. That was like shooting fish in a barrel and he accidentally shot his foot. Oh man.
Holy moly.
Well, we'll see how it continues here. Clockwork actually has rotated out of the lane as soon as he hit 6, so... Where is he going to go? Where is he going to bring his hook shot? How's this mid lane faring? Well, pretty even now. Nace has evened up the CS as his levels has increased. Now that Corrosive Skin's leveled up, so pretty normal. And the OD though, he's farming pretty well. What's coming out on the core here? Boots. Still fairly, I mean, his CS is not great. He's still very far away from something like a Midas, if that's when he wants to go.
A little share of bottles happening here in mid lane as well. Mirana and the OD. I hope no one has so she's gonna look to, but she's just kind of hanging tough right here, trying to find the next opportunity to potentially make a gank happen, or maybe they get the right opportunity to catch an arrow. I mean, they're looking for the first one. Viper being very elusive, clicking back and forth, not making it easy.
Yeah, not at all, and he is pretty tanky at this point as well, and this OD does have the ultimate online, so he's going to have a decent source of damage if they do fully commit to this, but Febby's still just rotating around, has picked up a bottle to help with this roaming. Unfortunately, he is going to have to hit those arrows to make this matter, and appears to be a bit of an issue so far.
Yep. Off-lane battle continues, but with the help of Febby, maybe Nyx will be able to take control of this one. There's the arrow!
Is he
there we go!
There
Febby gets it and pulls it home, but will it be enough to take down the man? The machine who hooks away to the north. Very nice. We'll make the long rotation. Bottles up. Mr. Houdini here, running down the staircase. Can he get away from this one? Arrow number 2, Febby. No, 2 more seconds.
Here we
Just
go,
Hail
Febby.
Mary.
This
Hail
is
Mary.
it. This is it.
No, she won't go for it. Come on. Does not want. There it is.
Oh my god.
Cogs running away, but the Nix catches him out with a very nice pail. Wow, this clown fest. Just unreal great.
Oh my god. Well, they finally do get him in the end, but geez, you just gotta laugh. But now they're going for another one. Nope. Nope. Oh my god. Somebody send this guy like a condolences card after this game's over or something. Jeez. Not working out too well for him. He appears to be
1 for 6 for everyone counting at home. There we go, moving on. 1 for 7! The misses on Nice. Nice. Make it run. I'm sorry, Greg.
Oh god, dude, I'm in the same place, don't worry. Man, this is, I mean, all kidding aside, this is actually really bad. Like, when you spend this much time roaming and you only kill 1 person, that is not ideal. Well, JYU in the mid lane, down he goes. Tootie has made the rotation over the hook shot in. And in the top lane, they're going at it as well. Bane is taking down 1. Febby has returned. He wants to bring down Karn. Is he going to be able to do it? They move forward. Then comes the kinetic field. It's going to hold them back for the moment, but they've broken through. Oh, he avoids the impale. Looks like he's going to be safe.
Too bad he didn't have mana. Could have hopefully lobbed it home. Been able to get it done. Sorry, I still have the giggles after this whole thing. This is great. Korean Dota is just on par tonight, making it happen. And man, Monkey Spinner, they're doing trunk holding. You know, BirdGang, after a very promising first game, they're getting a little rusty crusty here in the second one, trying to take it home and secure their spot in the finals. But potential action coming out here in the mid lane. Nace holding, but they have that very nice place sentry. So, oh, it doesn't matter. It's Clockwork. It's Clockwork making the run in.
Good night.
Yep, catches him out with the cog wall, holding him strong. Temper uses the Astral to be able to get away, but the battery assault, unmerciful, ripping apart. It's down JU.
Well, that is not good. I mean, Monkey Spanner definitely in control of this one. The CS is now very heavily in advantage. Oh, there he does.
Got him!
Finally, but he's leveled it up too much, and now, I mean, with no follow-up damage, no Starstorm, he's only level 4 compared to the level 9 of the Viper. He needs to be very careful here. A couple good right clicks, and he's going to be taking a lot of damage.
This has been a very, I mean, as much as, you know, we've been ragging on him for doing the arrows, it's very bad. The Mirana has been doing a lot of movement up and down the map, and it's not a lot of time for herself to get those levels and get the farm she could need to even be a factor in this game. I mean, once we move on from this phase where you're trying to get the ganks and the pickoffs, we get into the team fights, and she will not be contributing too much except for ultimate.
She really won't be doing anything, especially since Febby has chosen to level
top
up the arrow.
lane, they do manage to quickly catch him out. Yep.
In the mid lane, they are going to get Nace, though. There's an arrow from Febby. Does connect down. And now Spike Carapace is going to go through as well. Nace on the run. Faceless Void dying in the top lane as well, though. Are they going to get Nace in the mid lane? They're just gathering around. I don't think they can dive past the tower. Man, all that camera time spent middle, and 2 die top. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
10 bird.
Oh.
10 bird. Well, what are you doing, buddy? He gets glimpsed back, and Astral gonna keep him alive for the moment, but Karn's here. There goes the open wounds. Have to imagine that's gonna be the end for him. Impale gonna go through, and Nyx does get the Viper there, the Impale.
Wow, very action-packed game coming out right here. 7 and 6 at 10 minutes in, getting pretty hectic. And Lifestealer once more sees Febby up, but Febby will be able to get the DD all nicely bottled up. But as that big action bursts out in the mid lane, just touching base on what happened, top Faceless made the jump in, appropriately picked up the disruptor, but with Clockwork there, jumped in with the hook shot and took it right back. So a bit of a bad trade on the top lane, all in all, from BirdGang.
Yeah, and I mean, JYU just actually has nothing. I mean, look at his net worth. It is very bad, and this is the recipe for an OD who just does nothing. You really need a lot of space. Maybe picking that OD into the Viper just not the best idea. It just doesn't seem to be working out. And Monkey Spanner making a good case for a game 3 here.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of heroes here on BirdGang. who might fall off a lot quicker than they were expecting. The OD, the Mirana, if they can make something contribute. And Mirana's still running up and down, trying to make something happen there on the top of the clockwork, but was not going to be able to get it now. Hanging to the north of the mid lane, looking for the Hail Mary potentially, but coming in from behind, slowly but surely, is this clockwork. And she ain't make a move in, but he will jump right behind someone. He's going to see her. Can he get the hook shot to land? Ooh, he doesn't want to pull the trigger just yet, and will opt to step back. I kind of wanted it, though.
Yeah. I did too, you know, who doesn't want a good hook shot? Really, I think MP, the only one here who has any chance of bringing this game through for them. Looking at the levels, Mirana is the lowest on the map by a lot, and oh, there's a hook shot. Nope, off the mark. And this is not good. This is really not what you want. We always talk about how Mirana needs a lot of farm and a lot of levels to be effective, and a roaming Mirana with no kills is not one that's going to help you very much.
Nope, this is just kind of making things, you know, a little more stressful for MP on that Faceless Void. I mean, now he's got some big shoes to fill to try to carry this one out for his team. It's been a bit of a rough early start for their side. I never really noticed he has this Pharaoh set coming out. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm getting a bit of mixed feelings about the Pharaoh Faceless Void, but I guess I'll just roll with it for now. And he's third on net worth, though, so he's still falling behind the Viper and the Lifestealer.
Yeah, doing his best, though, to bring it back for his team. I mean, it's possible the Chronosphere will provide them with some opportunities to maybe take this game, but his targets are going to have a lot of HP, and he's going to have a lot of hero to get through. It looks like he is going to be going for what I assume is a Battlefield or Battle Fury first, but in the top lane, Sky is going to go down. Ancient Apparition going to take him, but now MP has to be very careful here. And the arrow going to do it. No, but there's a Static Storm. Can they bring him back? The glimpse is here. MP, is he going to go down? This would be a catastrophe. He moves away and does go down no matter what. Hookshot sailing through, and not enough. Tootie going to go down. OD picking up 1 kill. Scrappy fight all over the place, but now they're in pursuit of 4885. Astral is available. Still the ultimate for OD, and don't think he's going to be using it this time. Impale, nope, that's going to miss. There's also there's enough mana for arrow. Is he going to be able to make one happen here? Oh, there we go. 485 lockdown, and that is going to be the end of him. Oh, but in the bottom lane, nice blast flying through, but off the mark, does not hit Sky. He backs up. Lifestealer scared him off.
Stressful all in all there, and Greg on the top lane for BirdGang. They did lose the Faceless Void again. He is now 1 for 3, and this is the carry who's trying to pull it through for the rough early game. You know, BirdGang gonna have to work on it, but they're making moves. Meanwhile, Lifestealer should be able to get this one. There goes the open moves, quick and fast, but he quickly makes his retreat with a little bit of health and will be able to get away.
Uh-oh, Sky. He is most likely going to go down here. That battery assault so annoying. But oh, very nice Nightmare, but not enough. The Cold Feet going to help seal the deal on that one. Unfortunately, Karn blew an Infest on his own creep, which does not give you your health back, so a little, he's sad. I mean, he might just use it to just join something, but that's definitely not ideal. You really want to be able to get an enemy creep, get that heal off. Impale going to sail through and miss. Tootie, he's juking the hook shot, making 10bird very afraid, and Monkey Spanner looking to knock down another tower here and just press their advantage. Mechanism is a choice for the Viper. I like this a lot. They know that they need to just bring this one home as quickly as possible, and they're going to use your heroes to try to do that. We'll see if they're successful or if BirdGang can figure out a way to make it happen for themselves. I mean, they've got an OD that he's got a 4-step now, so that's something, but I don't think he's cast his ult this game yet either.
No, not necessarily, nothing too prominent just yet. And Faceless Void in the meantime, yeah, he's just contesting up this mid lane, wants to take a tower finally for himself. But a bit of a tip's coming out here in the top lane. Astral to fly out, arrow. Nope. Oh, there's the timing. It was close, but it does snag him right at the last second. With the help of the Starstorm, they do bring him down. Febby now finally picks up a kill for herself. And, oh no, 2 kills. 2-0, surprisingly, after the shoddy arrow performance. So Febby now redeeming her performance, pulling it back. Very nice.
Yes, starting to bring it back, and it looks like, is he... Oh, he's got a Midas. Alright, well, it's a little late, for sure, but at least he got there in the end. And, I mean, he's hit a couple of the arrows when it really mattered. Unfortunately, missing those early ones definitely hurt him a bit, but BirdGang's starting to regain their footing. We'll see if Monkey Spanner can knock them back off of it, as the armlet is almost here for Karn.
And Mechanism on hold here for Nace as he might be approached. Tenbird moving right in with that vendetta. Oops, catches him out. There's the strike. The stun will land. Arrow will chem. It should catch. It does catch. Febby manages to grab it out with the help of Jay. They should be able to bring him down. He's very tanky though. That Crosus can do some serious work, but it will not matter. Ends up falling. Big AA Ultra Fly catches on a couple of them. They're very low. They might have been ripped apart, and they are. Run back by MK to take it for themselves, and they continue to push up in a triple kill for none other than Mr. Disruptor.
What an ice blast. That's all I mean, that was, oh my god. Whoop! Whoopsie. Disruptor getting a little bit too close to that Bane, too low HP, but Monkey Spanner turned that fight around. It looked back and forth, then it looked really bad, and then the Ice Blast came through, salvaged it all, and in combination with that Static Storm, got them low enough for all of them to just start breaking. And, oh, that's a lot of TPs. I'm not sure 2D's going to be making out of this one. There's the
Ice
Beans
Blast
grip.
coming.
Oh, do they have the follow-up damage? Look at the cooldown on Ice Blast. He's already coming through. Well, it's certainly going to hit a lot of them, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to take advantage of it quite as well as the Lifestealer has hit the abort button. He's out of here.
Just a little bit of a overstay their welcome there in the top lane, unable to secure the tower for themselves, but we were expecting this Ancient Apparition just lingering that bottom lane, holding strong there, going to try to build up levels, build forward to the Aghanim Scepter. Last game, that's pretty much what BirdGang did on their own right. He did get ganked off a couple of times, which is something you typically want to do, as he does not have an escape mechanism to get away from any sort of enforcement, so, but for now, just Monkey still holding control of this game. A little bit of coming back to BirdGang, but we'll see if they can get it out.
BirdGang decided to use this OD more as of a utility hero. It looks like he's going to be building force and then a mechanism to follow up. This is a lot different than what we're used to seeing in the Western scene with a person like Arteezy picking it up at Sky. Whoa, Ice Blast going to come through, and unfortunately, that shatter effect is going to be enough. And a hook shot going through on Tenbird. Wow, Monkey Spanner, so much aggression here. There's an Impale as well, and Tenbird doing all he can to push everyone back, but unfortunately, not enough in the end, and there Nace brings them all back up there. Uh-oh, Park, Chronosphere. Do they have enough damage? Yes they do.
A little questionable about the right clicks there at the start, but it did not matter. Quickly rip apart the Ancient Apparition. Not too sure what he was doing there in the mid lane. I liked him better there on the bottom where it felt a little more secure. Speaking of bottom, OD's right there. He's going to get approached here as the rotation comes out from the Viper. Ooh, quick TP to fly out. He should not be able to stop this one and gets away.
Yep, uses that L, but obviously Viper doesn't really have a way to deal with that in the first place. But I'm not sure how I feel about this OD build. I mean, I understand why they're doing it. They already have a damage dealer with the Faceless Void. They've got the Mirana who has the Midas as well, who's farming slowly, but still farming. So they're going to use this mid farm to try to build some items that will sustain them through the mid-game team fight, which is when Monkey Spanner is going to get very strong. In the next couple of minutes here, now that the Armlet is online, Phase Drums, Armlet, complete for Karn. Looks like Febby missed another arrow.
No, he actually did catch him right face to face in the hill. I'm a little surprised that, yeah, Disruptor didn't, it did the glitch right through thing. But Disruptor didn't want to use his glimpse. He has it level 4, so he had plenty of range to pull the Mirana back. I know she has leap, but if you time it out with a nice play Stack Storm, they could have got a nice pick off there, but instead they didn't want to go for it. Maybe feeling it might have been a little too risky. Not quite sure where the rest of them are, but they're making possible rotations here to the top. Clockwork Wane's on the side.
Oh, Monkey Spanner.
That's to lead things off. It will catch on the OD on the way out, but they will not stick around and risk the fight.
Not manly enough for 2D. I guess he decided he didn't want to go in there. There was definitely an opportunity to force yourself in there, but I guess they're going to take this free tier 2 tower as a consolation, so I imagine they'll be just happy with that. And Tenbird, he's looking for something. Not sure what he's looking for, but he's not going to find anyone down here.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
He's looking for, I guess, in the jungle in the meantime, but he's got to be careful. All the Monkey Spanner now completed the tower, making rotations out. If they go venture through the jungle, they could potentially catch him up, but they're looking to venture mid lane instead. Mid lane, they see Febby with relatively low mana to work with here, and the rest of the squad, they got to be careful about this.
Oh, where are they going to go with this? Oh, wow, that was a very aggressive hook shot, just off the mark, not quite. and Moonlight Shadow going to let them retreat away without a problem. But it looks like Monkey Spinner, this is, I think, the correct move. Just they have an advantage. They know they have an advantage. They have the mechanism not up for the other team, and that's a huge difference at 20 minutes in the team fights. So they're just going to continue pressuring. They have the Viper, who's a powerhouse of damage at this point in the game. The Disruptor ulti's up. Clockwork's online. He's got a Vanguard, can take a lot of abuse, and they're just going to continue the pressure here.
They gotta be careful in the jungle here. Lifestealer catches out Febby with the open wounds. The Leap will not be able to save him here, but here, the Faceless Void,
Flare,
waiting at the Rage, but will not matter. Quickly takes down Febby.
In the mid lane, Tenbird falls as well. So that's 2 down for BirdGang. Looks like this is going to be another tier 2 falling.
This is a different Monkey Spanner team or a very different BirdGang team, but
one or the
definitely
other.
Monkey Spanner. Yeah, flipping it right around. This is game number 2, asserting their dominance early.
Yep, and now the OD's here. Whoa, okay, well, that was a bit of miscommunication. Fiend's Grip popped, glimpsed him all the way back. Ace, he's still here. He still has a 13 charge on, as well as a mech. I'm not sure they can actually bring him down. There's both the Chrono as well, and now MP looks like he is going to be able to seal the deal, but there's an Ice Blast coming through. Woo! Nope. That is going to be enough to take down Sky. He falls.
Bit of misplay. I mean, it looked like Faceless Void initially wanted to go on the mid lane, but couldn't quite get him out. 45.
Hits by the arrow as well. Starstorm's here. MP double killed BirdGang. Another fall, but Karn has arrived. The Karn Father, he's here with the right clicks, the deeps, and now he's going to turn his face, start bringing down that tower. They really want to bring down this tier 2.
If you try to compare the front between the Lifestealer and the Faceless Void, it's no question that Lifestealer is definitely leading the front. I don't even think Void, nope, he just now finished his Battle Fury, which is relatively late in the game, especially when some of the other squads are going, or no Midas actually. I was expecting a Midas there to be grabbed, but only the Mirana, rather, the only Midas holder in this game. Not going to be able to secure the tier 2. It looks like they will pull back, but Karn definitely has control of as the late game will develop.
Yeah, I mean, this is when Lifestealer just starts putting out tons and tons of damage. Unfortunately, he is going to have to deal with the Chronosphere, but I mean, with the armlet, he's going to have a ton of HP, so it's going to actually be really hard at this point for MP to summon enough damage to bring him down. And man, you were right. This is a weird set. That's a weird one. That is a weird one. Now the mech is completed for the OD, so BirdGang, this is their fighting chance. I think if they get rolled in the next team fight, they're gonna have a huge problem. But now things are starting to take shape. But on the same terms, Nace has picked up an Aghanim. Jeez, that's a scary item if you're a Faceless Void.
No, couldn't agree more. This is someone now who could be able to kite around this Faceless Void very, very easily, and he can obviously take a beating and still commit to the fight very significantly as he holds strong here in the mid lane. Bit of a tiff coming out here, potential ward battle, if you will, in the top rune area, but looks like Monkey Spanner will opt to pull back. Definitely taking control, setting the pace for a lot of these fights. They have the heavy initiation of the Clockwork, obviously H and Apparition with that Ice Blast can really set the tone for how the fight will go, but in the meantime, BirdGang doing a lot of running here, back and forth through the jungle, no one quite committing, just a bit of a jungle farm. Rocket's scouting him out right now, but Moonlight Shadow is popped as they look to try to maybe reorganize and engage. Nope, they're man, this Clockwork illusion just doing work, scouting them all out.
I think JYU really just needs to put his head down and start farming now. Someone on this team has to do it besides the Void. Oh god. Impel misses. Tenbird. Woo, wow, what a hook shot. Judy's here, but a nice Carapace. Oh, arrow lands as well, and now this is turning around. Beam's good, but there's a Static Storm. The A ulti as well. Oh my god, all of BirdGang. So low. The bulk of Disruptor, but a nice ulti comes through. Isn't enough. There's the urn. Glimpse back. Good night. Oh, Astral. He's not going to be alive for long as Karn has arrived.
Karn wasn't even there at the beginning. It just shows the testament of how this Monkey Spanner team fight is. And you cannot allow yourself to get clumped up ever again after that engagement.
That was quite the Static Storm kinetic field into A ulti. That was just textbook perfect. That's really what you look for. And looks like Monkey Spanner wisely gonna take this into a Roshan, learned from BirdGang's mistakes in the last game, and now only one tier 2 remains. Whoop. Got annoy Tenbird with this ulti.
One tier 2 remains and only one tier 1 taken down for BirdGang, so that doesn't show how this game's going. I don't know what does. And now being able to pick up potentially this Roshan here, no one really nearby to even contest it. Febby a little off to the north right there, but maybe with a hungering arrow. They see it though, as runs past the creeps, won't quite commit, and even Disruptor body blocking in case he does roll the arrow.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
And there it is. Lifestealer picks up the Aegis. Void continuing to farm up here. Looks like he's gone for the BKB. So this shows you how scared he is. I mean, normally, oh wow, what a hook shot by Tootie. Sky, and he's stuck inside the Cots. He moves himself out, but the AA ulti, these have been really great by the Park.
I mean, man, AA is nothing to stop at. I would be surprised. Oh,
good night, JYU.
Is under attack.
Man, that Monkey Spanner, they're firing on all
Dire's
cylinders.
middle tower is under
and
attack.
Disruptor's doing serious work. Such a fan of this here, making it happen. I'm even surprised they pull out the Faceless Void in contention to him. With the hell that Glint's and Stack Storm, Faceless Void is gonna definitely have a rough time. Finally, another tier 1 tower will fall, however, for BirdGang in the top lane, but you can see in the mid lane, it's all about Monkey Span, ripping apart these racks and taking it for themselves. No real contention. They might even lose it. Jump in from Faceless, but it doesn't matter, it ends up falling. He's looking to make a move in, arrow flies, catches on the clockwork, but he's pretty tanky. He can take a lot of pressure to help that Vanguard. Holds strong MP, BKB, but it will not be enough. It falls. This could be it, Greg. BirdGang falling apart inside their own base. The second set of racks could fall. Looking to make a move on Febby. Febby eating a lot of right clicks, ends up falling. Karn dominating. The white flag should be raised here momentarily as the mid will fall.
Monkey Spanner just there.
Radiant's top
This
tower
is
is
a
under
different
attack.
team. I mean, the early game did go very, very badly for BirdGang, but Monkey Spanner's movement is way better. They've found a lot more farm this game. The mid laner had a much bigger impact. I mean, you could say that maybe BirdGang kind of threw this one with that early movement from Febby not paying off, and picking an OD into a Viper probably not the wisest decision in the world. But Monkey Spanner, I mean, not to discount. Their level of play this game has definitely been way better.
Yeah, I mean, this could also be very much testament to just the drafting in general. You know, a team who picks up a stronger draft. A lot of players say that over 50% of the game itself is done. Actually, some of you even say 70 to 90% the draft could just control the game altogether. And as you can see, both teams are very talented. Monkey Spanner controlling this one, like we saw last time from the BirdGang, so both teams could be relatively evenly skilled, but with given the right heroes, the right synergy, the right counters, you can make anything happen.
But now Vendetta has been popped. I think they're looking for Nace here in the top lane, but he has picked himself up a Reaver. He's not going to die very easily. He's backing up. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get this one. Sadness. Sadness for the next assassin as he is desperately looking for his Blink Dagger.
The intriguing thing I will say is, you know, Faceless Void, Battle Fury, it's all in good fun. You know, he better take the opportunity now to get the farm while you can, while Monkey Spanner are not taking advantage of their momentum and choking them up into the base, but he doesn't have really any attack speed to work with. He can get off a nice ultimate, and hopefully the rest of his team could, you know, capitalize with it with some of their range, but he doesn't have enough attack speed to really lay out the heavy damage in the meantime. It's only level 2 Chronosphere, so he can't really make anything happen. He needs a lot more farm.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and oh dear, that's an Aghanims for the Disruptor. That's going to change the way things work a lot. If he gets stuck in that...
That's an AoE doom.
Yeah, if MP gets stuck in that, the game is probably just over, because that BKB he bought not going to be good for much, and they're definitely going to kill him extremely quickly. Man, if you're able to find this at 29 minutes on your completely support Disruptor, things are going well. Karn, what has he gone for? AC, completely finished up for him. Just, again, they're just pressing the advantage here. Everything they've got the Aghanims on Park as well. Jesus.
And the Disruptor, yeah, the Disruptor is an aberration, man. They are the best two supports to have an Aghanim Scepter on. They both already have it, so Monkey Spanner have heavy artillery moving into this potentially next team fight. That Static Storm is devastating to anyone who's caught in it.
Oh, they smoke up inside their own base. This is not exactly a vote of confidence. Tootie's here. He does have the Nakes inside of him. He's moving in the trees looking for an angle. Febby gets caught by the ultimate. Now Tootie gonna dart forward here, but nope, not able to connect on anyone. Needs to be a bit careful. Does get put out by the OD, but now Karn has just walked forward. And if MP has to use Chrono on this, this is not good, because now they basically just conceded this rack. There's the BKB. Karn is gonna go down here, but that's just the Aegis. Now Nace diving so far forward, and look at this. Oh my God, they're killing them here. The Fountain glimpse back. And this is just not looking good for BirdGang. Looks like we're going to get a game 3 here.
Swings back to life.
Oh, this is great.
They still haven't killed the rats.
I mean, they're very greedy for this one. They're definitely just flexing their pecs right now, just really showing how much overfarmed they are in comparison. All the way back, even the wall to try to hold them strong, but now finally their eyes are set on what's important, and that is the tier 3 here in the top lane, looking to take down the whole set of racks. But yeah, potential game 3 coming out right here. A lot of people thought that BirdGang were going to control this one, but it will not happen. 2-man stun, a little bit of life coming out here, but it might not be enough. Jump in from the clockwork, quickly taking apart MP, quickly to get away from this one. The urn taking him down. The Ice Blast will not land, and he will be able to make his escape. But now Febby trying to man up right now. Viper eating a lot of damage. The Force. Oh, he ends up being taken down, but Nick stands over his own life as well. Desperate buyback. A bit of a, you know, pardon my French, fuckfest coming out here in the top lane. In the end, MP glimpsed away, but Lifestealer ends up falling in the end. Here comes a Hail Mary of an arrow, but nope, Clockwork will sidestep and avoid any trouble. Even Disruptor now, violently TPing away, will get done and taken out and retreats back. So, yeah, a bit of a fun play there coming out the fountain, but see, they do lose a lot of casualties in the end, and probably should have been focusing on the actual base.
Yeah, killing the buildings generally how you win Dota, so they did get the melee rack, so it's not all bad, but definitely, you know, Monkey Spinner pushing into the base perhaps a bit too far, but I mean, it didn't really give BirdGang too much. They had to buy back. Who bought back? Faceless Void, Nyx, both bought back, so it is going to be a Mask of Madness next for MP. If he gets stuck in a Static Storm with Mask of Madness on with no BKB, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real ugly.
Definitely comes down to proper positioning by the Disruptor in his part, but it's a very, I mean, this is a hero I play very frequently. It's not a hard skill to land. You can definitely make it work. It's not like an arrow, as we've seen. So
oh god,
you definitely can make it happen. But this is
nightmares about this game.
This is definitely the best chance that BirdGang have had all game thus far. Looking to push forward into tier 2, but quickly on the retreat. Febby, with the help of that Midas, picking up the Decimator, so now she's able to lay out a little bit of damage and help out the core of her team alongside with the Faceless Void, but definitely Monkeys have the team fight advantage.
Bit of a fragmented item build here for Febby. Usually you want to get the Yasha before you get the Desolator, but he picks up the Deso first to help assist MP do the damage in the Chronosphere. He's also foregone the drums, which he started, and Febby just sort of all over the place here trying to read after that early. But Tootie, he's here with an Invis Rune. He's got a Nyx inside. Is this going to be enough? Oh, he's trapped MP. He's going to try to get out of here. Arrow's going to sail through, but nope, just makes it out. But he's glimpsed back. And oh, no, pops the BKB to cancel that one. But the damage has been done. The BKB is used. Tenberg going to go down. And that's a double kill for Nace. Ooh, AALT. Wow, just misses. And now they're going to go for the last racks here. Try to nail this one down. Monkey Spanner. Very convincing show here in game number 2, but you know, I have to agree with you. Earlier you said that 50% of the games are determined, or even more, in the draft, and I think between the draft and Febby just not making anything happen in the early part of the game, Monkey Spanner had a pretty easy time this go around.
Yeah, definitely we're going to favor. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised also if we see an immediate AA ban from one or the other team. As you can see, definitely can wager a favor of one team, especially in this kind of matchup. There we go. Fiend's Grip catching on Nace, who's very tanky, but it will not matter. Force Snap to fly out. Ice Blast into your face. Bait on the run to rip the part and taking it down. And there we go. GG will fly out. Now we are 1-1. We're going to move on. And it's going to the true best of 3, the long haul, if you will. And we'll see which team can take it home and also move on to face MVP Phoenix in the finals.
Yeah, well, that wraps up game number 2 here. And Monkey Spanner looking completely